Well, folks, what another crazy day in the markets, right? Another crazy day thanks to Trump, right? And these tariffs. I feel like there's too much winning. There's too much winning. Please stop this train and let me get off. So I feel like Bitcoin wants to bounce. I don't think we're too far away from a major bounce in Bitcoin. But the problem is with all this stock market crashes going on, it's very difficult for something like Bitcoin to bounce when people don't want to believe me, but Bitcoin is heavily influenced by the stock market, and we can see that SP 500 is down like something like 20%, 18% now, and Bitcoin is also down like 28%. Was it 30% at one stage? So here's the thing. I mean, today, it's until this tariff drama settles, and I don't mean there's no tariffs. There's going to be tariffs, especially with countries like China. But until we know exactly what's going to happen, then the market can't price in the risk. Right now, there's just so much volatility. Like, look at this. The SP 500 opened up 4.5%, right? Up from yesterday's close. And then went down like a few hours after lunch, like 3% below yesterday's close. And it ended up, closing around, what is this, 1.5% below. So that's a crazy day. And when, stocks are doing that, and then cryptos are basically in a lot of trouble, right? Today, basically, I'm going to talk about two narratives, really focusing on one narrative. Why am I talking about these two narratives? Because, this guy, the largest crypto whale in the world, this guy has been talking about them. He mentioned two, right? He mentioned two coins, two narratives recently. What did he say? Listen. Okay, did we hear that, guys? Did we hear what he just said? He said basically, well, in Mandarin, he said it's gonna be basically AI and DeSci as gonna be the main themes, and they're gonna do really well. So today we're gonna look at some perhaps DeSci and definitely AI coins, right? Before we get started though, just quickly for 30 seconds, what crypto exchange does Pablo use? People ask me. Well, Pablo uses this exchange that is basically non-KYC. That means you don't need to show any ID. That means they can't even see you, who you are. That means Americans, of course, can use it, and basically the IRS can't see you, the tax office can't see you, the FBI, CIA, nobody can see you. So I've made a deal with them, and it's over 8,000 US dollars worth of newbie prizes just for folks to sign up and start trading, right? More than 1.3 million users already, and it's the fastest growing crypto exchange in the world right now. Okay, but remember, if you're watching on YouTube, then it's only on this link in the description below. Only in the link in the description below. If you are watching this on some other platforms, this is this one. Then click on my profile page, and then we click on the the stand link, and right, it throws me some that sometimes. So basically, click on the stand link, and it's the first link that pops up, and only on Pablo's link. Okay, here we go. So CZ just told us. CZ just told us that basically the two narratives that he's really into are DeSci and AI. So if we do get a bounce, which I think is coming, right? If we do get a bounce, then which AI and which DeSci coin do we think is going to do well? Well, first of all, let's see, why do I think we're not that far away from a big bounce? Like, even if this is a bear market, this could be a big bear, one of those bear market rallies, if we think this is what it is. So because right now, see this is the largest stock index in the world, SP 500. It's basically bouncing off this long-term, right, supporting trend line. We just had that bounce and failed today. As I told you guys, if this breaks, then things gonna look really ugly. So I'm betting for some sort of bounce. Like, it might dick around here and bounce. So I'm still thinking we get some sort of real bounce here. Also, another indicator we could look at is the VIX. Like, pretty much all of Wall Street looks at this one. It's the volatility index priced on the volatility as priced by the SP 500 index using the options. Wouldn't bore you with the mathematics involved, But have a look at this. Right now, we've closed. Oh, this is actually the highest close. Yesterday, we spiked up to hit 60, but closed in the 40s. Today, we closed at 52. So, and look what it means to close above 50. So these are the weeks in the past when when Bitcoin actually when the stock market, going all the way back to 25 years ago, that's the year 2000. Since then, look at how many times it has actually closed above 50. So there was only like all these times it basically hit 37 and reversed. Those are small corrections, and then it hit 50 and reversed, 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 reversed. When it reverses, just means that the market started going up again. The crash ended. Here was like 52. Here was like 50, and right now we're closing around 52. So this is kind of like, and that wasn't a close, that was a spike up. So this is kind of like there's only about 3 instances in the past 25 years where the fear index has been higher than right now. One is October 08, that was the GFC meltdown, global financial meltdown. That's why Bitcoin was invented back then. And another one was March 2020, that was the COVID meltdown, an act of God. And this one was a wick up, and we never closed there. We closed down pretty low, you can see. That was the August 5th last year when the US dollar Japanese yen started tanking. That's the reverse of the yen carry trade. Okay, so now, which DeSci and AI coins? Now, because CZ just named both of them. And I'm pretty glad that he named DeSci, because as someone who is still heavily into DeSci, basically, I thought CZ might have forgotten about it, but now when he's been asked, he's still talking about DeSci and AI. And AI, of course, everybody in the world, everybody on Wall Street knows that it is hot, and it will continue to be hot. Even though Nvidia is not hot anymore, but AI still continues to be hot because, doesn't matter if they use or not use the Nvidia GPUs, doesn't matter if they use the DeepSeek Chinese system or they use the cloud, CLAUDE, Claude, or ChatGPT system from the US or Grok, it'll still continue to be hot. But DeSci, almost nobody outside of crypto knows. And I bet probably like 60% of crypto probably still don't know what DeSci is. And yet CZ still bringing that up in front of like a massive audience. So that makes me quite happy about the situation. So for DeSci narrative, I'm in a bunch of those coins, like 7 or 8 of those coins. I helped launch a lot of those coins. So basically, I'm not going to go into too much depth on them because people think I'm just promoting them. But if you've been watching my videos, if you've been following me, you know that coins like Axon Dow, AXGT, or Preprint, PRNT, or Poseidon, which is SCI, those coins, I've spoken about them a lot before, and I'm not about to do any marketing for them. But so that's going to AI coins, something I definitely am not, involved with, and haven't been paid for anyway. So in terms of the AI coins, basically, one narrative that's emerging right now, even in this sort of bearish moment in the altcoin space and even the stock market, is this, that you have AI infrastructure, and who's going to win out of that? Is it going to be Virtues? Is it going to be AI A16ZI? There are just too many coins to name there. It's so competitive. I thought for a while that Virtues was going to be the leader, and then turns out it was it got dethroned. And then AI agents like something like Dora, the travel AI agent, or Goat. There are so many AI agents, and they're getting launched every week. So in terms of, but what about AI memes? If I was to ask you guys to name AI memes, how many of those AI memes could you name? Like a pure AI meme. So basically, the only one people can probably name is actually, if people can name any at all, is actually Fartcoin. That's right, Fartcoin. Goat is probably an AI agent more than an AI meme. So there's actually not much competition for the fart coin if AI starts running again. Because if AI starts running again, then AI infrastructure coins will go up in general. We don't know who's going to be the winner there, and AI agents will start going up. We don't know who's going to be the winner there, but there's a clear winner, and almost like without any competition, AI meme coin is this fart coin. So the reason I'm talking about it is because it's actually starting to make new highs. So we have in a bear market, we have to watch these sort of signals very carefully. So I mean, look at this today, right? So this is the fart coin, and basically it got hammered, but basically, like, if you compare it to other coins, something's going on here. Like even compared to ETH, something's going on here. Like, that's a lot of relative strength. That is almost coming from the bottom, 20 cents. It's done a 3x since the bottom, and that was like a month ago. So right now this is looking like a bull flag here. So if the market does turn around, then one of the leading AI coins that's going to start running is probably going to be this fart coin. And as dumb as it seems, but I mean, this whole crypto game is getting real dumb now, because with Trump releasing, the Trump coin and his wife's Melania coin, and then with all these crazy news with tariffs going in and out, this is just, you might as well, like, I never gotten into it because the silly name, but look, I mean, it's down from $2.50 right now at 50 cents or so. Right now it's still down 80%, right? So it was down more than 90%. So basically, like, if things turn up, this could be one of the leaders of the AI run. It depends on if we get, I think we get, this is a topping tail, so we met resistance here. We might come back to retest this 36 cents level again. If Bitcoin bottoms, if Ethereum bottoms in that time, then this could actually really take off. I just want to show you guys, for example, have a look at the fart coin compared to Bitcoin for relative strength. Well, we've all seen what the chart of Ethereum looks like. Ethereum versus Bitcoin is basically just, big drop, right? ETH is going home, people say. But look at Filecoin, and somehow it had enough strength to bottom in early March, and now it's actually moving up 3x against Bitcoin as well, and trying to break into a new high. I think it'll fail and pull back, and it might just oscillate, go sideways in this zone and form a big, bull flag. That's quite possible. So it's highly unusual. That means fart coins definitely one to watch out for, especially guys like CZ seeing AI coins should do well. Now here's for example, just for argument's sake, if we were to compare Virtue, which was the leading Virtue divided by Bitcoin USDT, which was the leading AI coin against Bitcoin, for example. Now you can see the chart, right? And it's basically just going weaker, and weaker against Bitcoin. So that tells us that there is truly something going on when Fartcoin can do something like this, right? Can actually go up and build a bull flag, a base. It's something that we can't ignore. Okay, for all the Aussies out there, thank you for tuning in. And Pablo uses SwiftX Exchange. The link is in the description below. For everyone else, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.